Yeah, you can hear me then. Do you hear me now? Well, at least I know what the problem is. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Welcome everyone to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, the place simply known to some as the Dope. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the North Carolina Tar Heels taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Tar Heels offense is on the field for the first time today. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
Set up for second and short after that completion. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it to the back. They're working that left side. And he's running in the open. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Shakes off the tackler. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Snap it to the back. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. So Florida State's offense will go to work for the first time. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
On the run, it's Punga. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all of the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Woodard or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Coming after him. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting the...
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. They came out hot on this drive. 1 play and already near midfield. To the air, it's Harrell. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Yeah, and it's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play, and you could tell he knew exactly where he was, got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's McCoy. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken me in the end zone. guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're bringing heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Not much there. Picks up a couple through the 22.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Lets it fly. Got him, and nobody's close. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, what a move to get room. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. On second down, just keeps firing. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains into the 21.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the ground game. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
A first down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to lead more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Third and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Unleashes to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll go to the air. Quarterback adapting. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back. A first down for the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Harrell. Fires to the big fella. Finds a crease at the 20. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Grabbed on the outside, it's Taylor. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That last completion sets him up on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. And they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Getting some heat. Oh, there's the ball. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on.
And the Tar Heels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second. second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Back to throw, it's Harrell. It's complete on the right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up front. They're just getting beat across the board.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not the type of accuracy you typically see from this senior quarterback. Offense gets set for second down. They try to pop a run on the draw. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
That's caught. It's Williams. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Got a man. It's Coleman. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Noles have their offense in high gear.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down. Question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the run. Fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Line gets set, 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for a man, it's Harrell. Finds his big tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Oh, he dropped it! Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And how about this defense coming up with the play? You want to make your quarterback a runner? Fine. We're going to stop him and take the ball.
And they were prepared, right? This is a defense that looks like they studied film, and they knew that this offense was going to attack them with the running quarterback on designed runs. So great job by the defense, recognizing what was happening, getting to the football, and better yet, creating a takeaway.
A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Now, 4th down.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
17, Florida State, 0.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He uncorks one deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown Seminoles! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score, North Carolina, 17.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Caught behind the line. It's Hamilton. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And they got him for the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
He's got it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, no. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggone receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
And the returner goes down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Buying some time. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Looking for a block. It's Ali. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 4 over Iowa State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Moving out of the pocket. At the 35, he's loose. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. The Tar Heels will keep this drive going.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Looking downfield, it's Harrell. Just a short pass to the tight end. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Randolph. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second and goal coming up. He's looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. Touchdown, UNC! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And that one's incomplete.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On third down, he drops the throw. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, they're down in possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's call.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And this to tie things up in the final minute. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. The final grains of sand were about to disappear from the hourglass, and just in the nick of time, they tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They're getting this guy lathered up. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Harrell. Fires to the right. It's complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Got it behind the line. It's Randolph. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. He's back to throw on second down. He caught it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The defense has made it tough, but they'll try to plow their way in here on third and goal in overtime. Trying to pound it in. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Between the uprights, it's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone and pick up a 5 to the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Power football with the run. And how about the efficiency on that one? He'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Let's see what they have on third down as they want to make sure they keep this in makeable field goal range. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Holding, offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the 3 ball gives us a tie. We play on first down here in the 2nd overtime period. They'll ride Davis here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And what a throw to get it in there. They've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. The Seminoles have taken it inside the 20. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I gotta take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Moving away from pressure. Touchdown Seminoles! That score gives them the lead here in the 2nd overtime. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
He'll set up to throw. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT.
That is the score. Florida State, 33. North Carolina, 27.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Dropping back, it's Harrell. Back open in the middle. The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient. And when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
It's 3rd down, and they need to get it in the end zone to stay in the game here in OT. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. One more stop by this defense wins it. 4th and long in overtime. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the right. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He caught it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Trailing by a touchdown, 3rd and goal, and they have to have it here in overtime. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Their last chance. Ball game could be decided right here. 4th and goal. They're trying to get to it. And he sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.